guys, my name is Brian and welcome back to 100% Chelsea. Welcome back to another daily transfer show. We have got a few transfers to get through for you today, so let's jump straight into them. Zouma is first on our agenda today, and it looks like his deal to Stoke is growing ever closer. Yes, that's right, another young player from Chelsea's squad is going. And you know that song? Another one bites the dust. That's quite relevant right now. Zouma has chosen Stoke out of Stoke and West Brom to go on loan, and it seems as if he will sign for Stoke in the coming days. The only thing holding the deal up at the moment is the fact that he's signing a new 4-year deal at Chelsea before he leaves, just as all of our youngsters have done as they've gone out on loan. It's a shame Zouma really didn't pick up his form again when he came back from his injury. Obviously we all know it was going to be hard for him, but he's young, he's still got a lot of potential, so hopefully playing regular minutes in the Premier League will do him good and he'll come back just as he was before his injury. Fingers crossed. Moving on to our next transfer story. It's one that I mentioned yesterday. It is Danilo, the Brazilian right back from Real Madrid, and we were speaking about how Chelsea's stinginess was holding up the transfer. It seems as if Danilo has obviously been in talks with Chelsea, has agreed that he wants to join, and has actually gone back to Real Madrid and told them to lower their expectations. Danilo wants Real Madrid to accept Chelsea's offer of around £28 million. If Real Madrid do come back and accept it, a deal could be done by the end of next week. But again, those are just rumours. Fingers crossed that does actually happen, because like I said yesterday, it will be good competition for Moses, and then maybe looking at a new left wing back. On to the striker part of today now, and we have a few strikers to get through for you. First one is Andrea Belotti. Now, everyone has been saying, oh, we want Belotti, we want Belotti. I agree with you, I would love Belotti. However, AC Milan are odds on to get him now, as they are agreeing a deal with Belotti. It seems as if he will sign for AC Milan again by the end of the week. They've offered ridiculous amounts of money. I think they've even offered players at some point. It's hard to find out what the actual fee is at the moment, because there's been about 9 or 10 rumoured fees. But it looks like Belotti will be going to AC Milan along with about 7 or 8 other people this window. And like I said yesterday, Milan are splashing out the cash to go back to their old ways, and it will be great to see Milan back in their old ways, but it would also be great if they stop taking our transfer targets. Another striker we talked about yesterday was Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Now, there are reports that Chelsea have offered £65 million, however, Borussia Dortmund wants 70, and they're not going to be very patient. They are only having the window of selling Aubameyang open for the next few days. After that, they're going to reject all offers and keep Aubameyang at the club. So it really is a race between the clubs that are interested in Aubameyang to try and get those bids in and agree personal terms as soon as possible. Another striker we have been rumoured to be interested in today is Sergio Aguero. Apparently we have been speaking to Aguero and Manchester City, and Pep Guardiola has given the green light for Chelsea to go ahead and bid for Aguero. There's a couple of problems with that. One, it's only come from one source that I've seen on Twitter at the moment. Two, he has a shady history with the club. Obviously, he's 2 horrible stamps on David Luiz, the first one in the Community Shield a few years ago, and then the last one last season. Obviously, our fans aren't very keen on him. However, you cannot deny that he's a world-class striker. Now, the other problem that I see is he's also been rumoured to be, very troublesome, turning up to training on late, not having the best effort, all that sort of stuff. If Conte has already fallen out with Costa over his attitude, what's to say that Aguero wouldn't be the same? That's what makes me think that he wouldn't be Conte's signing. He'd be Michael Emenalo's signing, or he'd be Marina Granovskia, however you pronounce her name. It'd be their signings. And, I think that it's good that they have involvement. It's good that they speak to the board, they speak to the manager, they try and find the best players that, that the board and the manager describe. However, I think they've got a lot of power. And we saw it with Jose Mourinho when Emenalo went out and bought Papi de la Boggi. Mourinho played him for 1 minute, and then he got sold. 1 minute. And that you could tell that he wasn't his signing. He come out and said, I didn't want Papi de la Boggi. And I don't want that to happen again with Conte, where someone signs Aguero, and then all our fans are like, yeah, Aguero, amazing player, fantastic. But if Conte has fallen out with Aguero straight away because of the same issues he's had with Costa, what's the point in him joining? I don't know if, again, like we were saying, I don't know if it's a legit source. I just think that it would be a risky signing if we did sign him. Obviously, he's a world-class player, but it'd be a risky signing if we were to sign him. Finally, we're going to talk about Nemanja Matic. Now, no matter what you think about Matic, he's been a decent servant at the club. First season he was here, first season of his return, he was absolutely fantastic. A solid rock. You know, no one's going to forget his debut against Manchester City. He nicked the ball off of Yaya Toure, smacked it against the bar, and he absolutely just beasted the game. Fantastic. Second, third season, what's gone on, man? What has gone on? Obviously, he scored that rocket against Tottenham. Obviously, it was an absolute thunderbolt, and everyone's going to love that because it's a little bit more special because it was against Tottenham. But he hasn't been up to standard. He hasn't been up to scratch. Everyone knows that. And obviously you've had Arsenal, Manchester United and Juventus and Inter Milan all interested in Matic. Who would you rather him go to? Now, if you're talking about a swap deal with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, I did mention this yesterday, but I didn't really voice my opinions over it. I would take Oxlade-Chamberlain. Two reasons. Because, one, he works for the team. He doesn't stop running. He doesn't stop working hard. You saw that last season when, you know, Sanchez and Ozil were under the firing line for not trying, and Oxlade-Chamberlain was the only one running between 3 or 4 midfielders trying to get that ball back. He got so frustrated, he shouted at everyone on the team, he was fuming. That is what we need in the club, someone who plays for the badge. Second reason, it's not only that he plays out wide, he can play centre mid, maybe not the best, but he can also play wing back, and that would be very, very useful because if we don't sign Danilo, we can use him as a backup or first choice right wing back over Moses, or again, it provides competition for Moses. There's always that option to it, and I think that he's a versatile player and he offers something a little bit different. I've seen a few of your comments from yesterday, and a lot of you would agree that, you know, he's a very good player and you'd take him at Chelsea. And I think it would be quite silly not to take him at Chelsea because we're so scarce on players as well at the moment. It would just be a good signing. And like I said, he plays for the badge. Again, they're just rumours. We don't know if they're true, but it would be a very, very good signing. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Hit the like button if you did. Subscribe if you are new. Check out my channel in the top of the description if you haven't already. And also check out 100% Chelsea on all social media. Their links are down in the description. Chelsea had their first pre-season game yesterday, beating Fulham 8-2. Was a great performance, but we also have our first official live pre-season game next Saturday against Arsenal. So make sure you follow 100% Chelsea on all social media to keep up with the squad. I hope you're having a great Sunday, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Peace!